Michael Imperioli. Michael Imperioli got very good at fighting with words in Goodfellas and The Sopranos, but it turns out he can also walk pretty well. The skilled actor started karate as a way to live a healthier life, and he says it helped him stop smoking. During a conversation with the Associated Press, he said, "Taekwondo teaches you that you can get through anything." Wiz Khalifa. Wiz is mostly famous for living a crazy and dangerous life. Rap star Snoop Dogg says that Wiz is the only person who can smoke more pot than him. I mean, isn't that what maybe every smoker wants? So it came as a big surprise to us that Wiz has decided to slow down his life by taking up Muay Thai. And trust us, he's a real worker who's already shown a lot of great skills. His body also changed because he gained 40 pounds of strength. Guy Ritchie. Richie is a famous director and creator of movies who loves martial arts. His first karate class was when he was only 7 years old. He later got a black belt in both judo and karate. In the future, Guy would turn to BJJ and train with the master himself, Renzo Gracie. After years of rolling around on the boards, Renzo gave him the black belt. He became hooked on it right away. Guy has earned a black belt in 3 different forms of martial arts, which shows how good he is at them. Even among people who practice martial arts, this doesn't happen very often. Paul Walker. Paul Walker was an important part of the Fast and the Furious, and he felt pumped up. It was important for Paul to do dangerous things while he was still alive so that his energy would spike. Without a doubt, when we think of Paul, we all think of racing and fast cars. But not many people know that Paul is also a dedicated martial artist. Besides having a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, he'd spent many years getting good at Muay Thai. But Paul got a black belt from his BJJ master at the funeral, a very sad and gloomy act. Christian Bale. Christian Bale was in Batman Begins. This was the first movie in a series that would lead him to playing Batman in the famous Dark Knight movies, which are often thought to be the best Batman movies ever made. A big part of this movie was how it showed Bruce Wayne's childhood and how he became a martial artist. In some of the older scenes, Bale trained in Bhutan to show this. After a long period of hard training, Batman returns to Gotham and uses his martial arts skills. Is this way of fighting something you've seen before? That's because it's Wing Chun. In earlier flicks, Batman used Wing Chun a lot and depended on his arms to block hits. Kevin James. When Kevin James worked out, he found that he liked training in mixed martial arts with the best of the best. James says he practiced with great MMA fighters who let him give everything he did his all because they were easy on him. Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey has started to learn Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. There isn't a film of him working on that I could find, but there is one from his time on In Living Color where he plays a martial arts coach. Strange stuff. Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage learns Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu from the famous Royce Gracie. That's a surprise, right? So if you want to learn more about this, you can watch the movie Bangkok Dangerous and see Cage do a different kind of martial arts called Wing Chun. Maynard James Keenan. Ricky Gracie is Maynard James Keenan's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu teacher. He is the lead singer of the band Tool and A Perfect Circle. Ricky Rocket. Ricky Rocket, drummer for Poison, is a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu under Ronaldo Magno. It's good to know that he does things besides play the drums. Evan Rachel Wood. Evan Rachel Wood and her mother both got their black belts in karate. Forrest Whitaker. Forrest Whitaker is an actor who's won an Oscar. He practices Filipino martial arts called Kali and has a black belt in Kenpo. Christian Slater. A person who acts because of a lifelong feeling of not being good enough because of his height, Christian Slater started learning karate. He has a green belt in karate right now. Ryan Felipe. Expert in Taekwondo, Ryan Felipe has a black belt. He taught kids martial arts and has taken part in contests. Willie Nelson. The country singing star also has a black belt in karate. Nelson is seen working out with Sam who is very good at karate. Lucy Liu. Lucy Liu on stage, Kill Bill star Lucy Liu practices Kali Eskrima Silat, which means she fights with a sword and a stick. Tommy Lee. The famous Motley Crue guitarist Tommy Lee trains with the Gracie family in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Just look at the picture and see the rear naked choke. We hope you've enjoyed watching about the well-known people who do martial arts. Is it likely that celebrity MMA will become popular like celebrity boxing did a few years ago? Demi Lovato. Demi Lovato's singing is strong, but it has other qualities too. The 5'2" singer has a blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, a combat sport that focuses on grappling. She began learning martial arts in 2016 after falling in love with mixed martial arts. Danielle Martin, a jiu-jitsu winner and past teacher of the singer, says that Lovato is naturally good at fighting and learns new moves quickly. This singer from Dancing with the Devil said on Joe Rogan's show that she finds art to be relaxing and that it helps her stay sane. Chris Hemsworth. As the God of Thunder, Thor wasn't just picked by Hollywood execs. There isn't anyone else who could play the mythical Norse god besides Chris Hemsworth. For the role, the Australian actor got stronger and lost weight through mixed martial arts, MMA. The videos Chris has shared of him on Instagram fighting show that he's pretty good at it. During his fight with his trainer Luke Zoki, the Avengers Endgame star used great jabbing skills and even got praise from UFC fighter Donald Cowboy Cerrone and Max Holloway. Donnie Yen. The 2008 instant classic account of Bruce Lee's master, Donnie Yen Ip Man, is Yen's most important and well-known work. He's a Hong Kong star and multi-talented mixed martial artist. Because of this, Wing Chun, a style of close-quarters fighting that focuses on deflections, blocks, and short arm hits, got more attention. And it's even more amazing when you think about how quickly Yen learned it, only 9 months. Tony Jaa. If the next Bruce Lee doesn't use lines or action doubles, his fight scenes will feel incredibly real. Jaa grew up in the countryside of Thailand and learned martial arts from movies in his dad's rice field. He finally became good at Taekwondo, Muay Thai, Aikido, Krabi Krabong, Judo, and Jiu-Jitsu. The lead in Ong Bak is a wrestler, a dancer, and a high jumper who can still clear 2 meters. Jaa has an amazing gymnastic style that is fast, smooth, and amazing. Even though he's only 5'6" tall, he packs just as much punch as Lee. Iko Uwais. The rising star began learning the martial art of Pencak Silat when he was 10 years old. In Jakarta, Uwais worked as a truck driver when Welsh director Gareth Evans saw him and put him in the independent film Merantau, which came out in 2009. That's where he learned the Sumatran tiger style of fighting. 2 more movies with more of his work were The Raid and The Raid 2. He also had a small part in Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. If you've watched the video till here, that means you've enjoyed the video. Subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notifications bell icon